Hi, today I'm going to show you how to find literary magazines to submit to. So you get to search and find whatever literary magazines you're looking at. This list will be exhaustive, right? I'll go as much as all the possible top-notch methods directly from the source, right? So the first one we'll start with majorly there are two things we'll consider. We'll consider directories and we'll consider blogs, right? Now directories are the raw source of information. That's where the source of information will be, and then blogs would kind of give you updates and give you everything in digestible form. So first we'll start with different directories. The first directories I have here is Cheosubs. Now this one is kind of new on the Cheos. The first one we will be considering today is called Cheosubs, right? Cheosubs.com. So I'll put the link in the description, or you can go to the blog post that accompanies this YouTube video to see all the list of the platforms I've talked about, right? So this one is fairly new in the platform, right? Now, I like the design, the interface. It's really nice looking, sleek and straight to the point. But let's look at some of the features. Now, if you have a magazine that you have to create a profile, why do you guys have to do this, right? You guys have to okay, so it's obvious we have to create a free profile. We have to log in, right? That way we'll be able to browse over 4,000 submissions, track limited submissions, and try those tiers while playing rejection bingo. Set up a free profile to add unlimited publications that sync with magazine listing pages. Plan your submission strategy in our calendar and bookmark your favorite magazine. So this is more like a full tool to use to get what you want to do. I like the fact that they have keyword search. With this keyword search, if you turn this, what that will happen, okay, you have to upgrade, right? Wow, you have to upgrade in order to use that feature. But keyword search essentially means that you see, right? If you go back now, if you see search magazine name, right? If you know the magazine you want to submit to, you come here. But for most of us, we don't know the magazine we want to submit to. So that's why we're using this tool. So the keyword search here will allow you to, for example, speculative LGBTQ plus fiction, or let's say you want to do experimental fiction or experimental poem or prose poetry, whatever form of writing that you really like to do, you can search for it and then you see a list of magazines that accept such forms of writing. Now, if you check the upgrade, I want to see the pricing. You see, yeah, the minimum you can pay more than $5, but the minimum you can pay is $5 per month, and that way you'll be able to get access to all the tools, right? And then if you decide to say you want to pay per year, you get 2 months for free. That's 10 months, right? So 2 months for free, that's $50, right? And then you'll be able to do all these things you want to do with it too. Right. It's a great tool. You don't have to pay yet. Just use the free versions to get the things you want to use, and if it's worth it for you, then you can subscribe. If not, no need for that. So the first one is called Cheosubs, right? And you can see the list of all these magazines. You can filter by the ones that are currently open for submissions, the ones that have no fee, right? Because for most of us, we don't have that money to. The thing is that when you're even paying the fees for the magazine, you're not even certain that they would they would accept your work. And even if they don't accept your work, there's no refund after payment. So we want as much as possible to submit to free platform. So click on no fee. And then if you're looking for a small change, you are looking for to get paid for your work, you can also click on the magazine that pays you. And then you can select by theme calls. You can sort out by the genre of writing, fiction, non-fiction, poetry, or hybrid, or multimedia. So this multimedia, it's essentially if you do spoken word poetry, video, and all those other things. Then you can also look at magazines that accept simultaneous submissions, maximum response time. You can sort it out 30 days, less than 10 days, less than 5 days, things like that. And then you can like a lot of stuff has mastered full active on social media, demographic submission method. Okay, you have to create a profile, right, in order to use the tool. But you get the idea, right? Your free profile, just register and put in your email, and then you'll be able to sort out by country, right? So that's Cheosubs for you. It's a directory. You can use it. You can also go to writing contest. Wow. So writing contest is quite different from literary magazine, and then there's also indie presses. So you can see literary contest. You can check the ones that are open for submissions, and yeah, and then you can also see indie presses. So these ones, what's an indie press? It's a small publishing company. And then what does Medium mean? I have no idea. Find home for your work on Medium. That's medium.com. So there are a lot of publications on medium.com. So you can use this to sort out your works and publish it on Medium. Wow. But what a brilliant idea. Wow. So if I was to click on this magazine, what will happen? So it will take me straight to the magazine and then I can, wow, okay. I was thinking that, so they go straight to the point. So that's nice. So that's that for Cheosubs. The other platform we want to look at is Poets and Writers. So Poets and Writers is another directory. You can search for the literary magazine, and then you can filter by poetry, fiction, creative non-fiction. You can also filter by subgenre, regional, visual poetry. You can also sort out by reading period. Is it open now? Is it opening soon? And these are a list of some of the magazines. So you can search for a literary magazine. I want to see if I search for a keyword, if it will bring out literary magazine. So let's see. Let's just search for high school. So let's say you're in high school and you're looking for a literary magazine. Just a keyword, right? I don't have a magazine in mind. I just want to search and see if it will bring out something. Okay. Is this searching? It seems like it's searching. Yeah. Wow. So it's if you know the name, it works. If you don't know the name, it also works with keywords. So you can do writers lockers, polyphony leads, a lot of magazines that you can submit. Okay, not a lot, right? So we have Trailblazer Review, Levitate Magazine, Kalopsha Literary Journal, Polyphony Leads, Writers Locker, Crash Test. Just that, right? So about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I was searching for high school, I could also search. There are other ways you could search for it too. Yeah, and find it. What I mean by other ways is what other word can we use for high school other than a high school? Or where does high school, or people in high school, let's say teenagers. Okay, people in high school, most of them are teenagers, right? So let's search for that. Okay, the echo. The echo didn't show in the last search. So teenagers. Let's try teens, right? So for most people in high school, they'll be in their teens. So if it's not necessarily high school, your work will get accepted. So you see, I search for teens and it's bringing out a lot, right? So now this leads you, and this one is for disabled teens or teens who have been indirectly affected by illness through having a sick relative or stuff like that, right? So you see different magazines that you can submit to as a teenager, right? So it's really good. I like the fact that this one is straight. You can use it. Do you have to sign up? I'm not really sure. But right now, I didn't have to sign up. I was just, you saw me playing around with it too. I got what I wanted, right? So let me see. I don't really know if you have to sign up. You need to log in below or log in to access this page. Wow. So you have to create an account, which is free in order to access this stuff. Yeah. So you get the idea of poets and writers directory for literary magazine. So that's the second so far. So the next one we'll look at is the third one, which is new pages. So we'll come to new pages. New pages, there are magazines from A to Z, and even the ones that have just numbers starting their name. And then they're all listed here for you. You can sort out by if it's fiction, if it's EPUB, if it's online. But the thing is, looking at this, okay, let me see. Does this place mean that I can search for something? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Why is it showing as if I could search? What's happening? Okay. It seems obvious that I cannot search. I see where this stuff means. So this is for numbers, this is for alphabet. So if you can't search, you can filter it out what you're looking for. If you're looking for a print magazine, you can filter it out. So all the magazines that print, you're able to see the magazines and then you can submit to them. And then you can sort out by the types of work that you do, right? But if you want to search for maybe a particular kind of stuff that is not in this filter, you cannot. So it's great, but it's not extensive as much as Cheosubs that has up to 4,000, and poets and writers. How many do they even have? Usually they will brag about it. Let's see. Okay, they didn't make mention of how many magazines are listed here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But it's sure a lot, right? So, but you can search for across. So we looked at Cheosubs, we look at poets and writers, and then we've looked at new pages, right? The next one we look at is CLMP.org. So what's CLMP.org? CLMP.org is simply an organization for literary magazines and publishers, right? So most of these top-notch magazines join these organizations, right? So it's more like, you know, how you get a union, kind of something like that. So when you come here, you can search for by city or state. So which city, let's say New York. So if you're looking for literary magazines that are in New York, we can search for that. How do am I supposed to click on enter? Okay, it's searching. Yeah, it's searching. So I see New York. So New York, yeah. Apart from these first three, the rest of them they're not exactly New York. They just happen to have new in the search. Okay, this one is New York. Yeah, definitely New York. Is founded in 2021. It's a New York-based literary journal. So okay, so you want to submit to local magazines. Of course, the thing with bad magazines is that most of them they're international, so they accept international works. But you know, you understand what I mean, right? Because with internet and everything, anyone can submit to most of these magazines. Except of course they have a preference. You can search for New York. You can also search by the genre, right? And you can say if you're looking for a particular alphabet, you can click on any of these and you'll be able to see this. And then if you chat book, magazine and press online genre, if you're looking for different, this one is exhaustive. Category, we have categories, accepts unsolicited manuscripts, CLMP member, right? And then if you, let's say you have, let's search for teens. Let's see what this will come up with. Click on enter. Okay, I don't even need to click on enter. And then it searches already. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What is happening? Okay. Okay, it searches. So you don't even have to click on. What's going on? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so we see this on teen magazines we can submit to. So this is it. And if you're a literary magazine, you can add to the listing. So that's CLMP. So what does CLMP even mean? What does it even mean, right? I think I should see that. Yeah. Whoa. CLMP. Council of Literary Magazines and Publishers. I do hope I get that. Okay, they have a map. That's not why I'm here. You guys should. Which one is here? Tell me what CLM. Okay, Community of Literary Magazine and Presses. Well, I was close. Well, I was close. Community of Literary Magazine and Presses. So I told you guys that it's a community, it's a union. I didn't exactly use community, but I said it's a union. So we looked at PIM. The next one we look at is Duotrope, right? So Duotrope has over 7,579 magazines in the in their database, right? And this one is not just for writers. It's both if you're a writer, you're an artist, and a photographer, and you take pictures and you want it to be featured in the magazine. You're also a poet. You write formal or free verse, whatever you offer, you can use that. Now they do have, so you see the activity, like this is one of like the top notch platforms. Like, they do have a free trial, right? But they don't have a free plan. So the free trial, you can start a free trial. So there's no like free plan to test around. You can start a free trial. I think I'm trying to see how long the free trial lasts. Why am I not seeing anything about that? Okay, there's so stuff I need to fill in. Let's see. So let's see. Let me go to pricing. How much does YouTube cost? $5 per month, $50 per year. You can buy gift cards for people. I'm trying. They have a free trial. Yes, we just saw it, but I want to see how long the free trial lasts. I don't think there's anything on that. Let me check Google. How long is Duotrope free trial? So 10 days. Yeah, 10 days. Well, let me see. Yeah, it's for Duotrope, so it's legit. So you have to sign up for the free trial, and then you get access for 10 days. Well, our advice is before because of course you have to put your credit card. So before let's say from the 7th day, in fact, in one day you'll be able to like go through all the database and see the one that is important. So if you want me to do a free trial and go through Duotrope and use it and tell you the review if it's worth it, if it's worth getting on or not, then let me know and in the comment section, and I'll gladly make a video on that. So we look at Duotrope, right? And yeah, it's a very large and rich database, right? So the next one we look at is submission grind. So they also call them diabolical plots. So they call them the grinder.com diabolicalplots.com. So this one, it's not exactly, it looks like a very old website, but it gets the job done. Now these are, you see some rejections that people have gotten, some acceptance that people have gotten. So if you feel like okay, your chances are higher, you can look at the ones that have been accepted. But yes, where the magic really comes in. So they have over 16,743 markets, only 3,995 open. And then they have added 81, added 20. Okay, recently updated, they changed some information. They added 29, and then they have 11,624 users. Then the submissions, they have okay some submission. But let's not. So what you can see is you can see some the latest story that was accepted, and yeah, you can read it and just get a feel of stuff that magazines are publishing. But yeah, where the magic happens is their search bar. So you see the search. Once you hover the search, you see advanced search fiction, advanced search poetry, advanced search non-fiction, advanced search by name, advanced search alphabetical listing. So the question is, what type of search are you looking for? So for me, I don't know the magazines I want to submit to. So if I knew the magazines I wanted to submit, I'll just go straight to the magazine. I won't be searching for it, right? So the question now is it fiction or poetry you want to publish? Let's say it's poetry, right? I'll click on poetry, advanced search poetry. The internet is a bit slow. So we'll come here and what am I seeing? I'm seeing, okay, you can select the genre. Okay, let's say literary. Okay, word count? No, no word count. Line count? Nah, nah. I just want to search. I don't want to filter yet. Okay, so what kind of poems am I looking for? Nature. Okay, so let's search. So if I'm looking for magazines that pay, I think there's a place where I can indicate that. If I'm looking for magazines that pay, then I can put a minimum of 0 here, right? And then any magazine that pay will be sorted out. So let's just search. Let's just test run and see what everything looks like. Okay, it's working its magic. So now we see all the magazines. Now you see these ones are 0, so you can fit. Yeah, you can filter them. So you see this one, Cutleaf pays $50, $50 per point, $35, $29, $6, $50, 5. Yeah, then the rest is 00000. And these are really nice magazines that publish Nature. They're literary magazines. They publish Nature, and average response is 6 days for itself. So I can also filter this guy here. So 2 days, wow, 3 elements review, 3 days, 6 days, wow. This is nice, 17 days, wow. And then there's this ones, the rest that don't have data. Then this one, 200 days. Yeah. So this one is free. You can sign up, you can log in, you can register, but you don't have to sign up, register. You can do what is necessary right here, and you can click on anyone. Let's click on 3 elements review. So it's supposed to take me to a page. What is happening on my internet? What is happening? Okay. Okay, the internet is just slow, and I'd love to show you, but once you click on it, you'll be able to see the link to the website and all the necessary details. That that's for submission grinder because the internet is slow. The internet is disconnected. My hotspot I see. But my hotspot is still on. That's how it does. Why will it disconnect? Okay, this is just not. For some reason there is no internet. So just left. Okay, so should be able to see what this looks like now. Okay, so you see the different stuff, right? You're able to see Pulp Fiction, you see the details, and you can click, okay, this, if you come here, you'll be able to click down to the website, and it will take you down to Pulp Fiction, and then you can submit and see what it looks like and do what is necessary. Okay, so we've talked about submission grinder. The next one I want to talk about is Submittable. Now, Submittable is very rich, right? Because Submittable is what top-notch magazines like Granta, yeah, Granta, all these other bigger magazines, what they use for accepting submissions. So right now, I don't know why Submittable is not opening on my system, but this part is working. But once I try to log in, so what you do is you create an account and you will be able to sort. You see, so it majorly is created for institutions that want to take submissions from people. But as writers, we'll find it useful because that way we'll be able to, since most platforms are using Submittable to accept submissions, we'll be able to submit to Submittable. So I'll give an example. Let's say Granta Submittable. So you see the Granta, right? So Granta, if you guys don't know Granta, Granta is a very big magazine. So there are presently no open calls for submissions, right? But this is like Submittable page, and you can see when they will be open. So next time they will be open is next month, December, right? Please read our submission guidelines. And once it's open, this place will be different. You'll be able to submit your stuff. I can track my submissions. I can everything, all the platforms there. I don't know why this thing is not working, but if you want me to make a detailed video on Submittable, I would gladly make a video like that. But for now, it's just not working. But Submittable is really a great platform you should consider using. Quickly, I would go through the blogs and other ones, right? So we've looked at the directory where we can search and see what's happening, but sometimes we want to get updates on the ones that are open, the ones we can apply to. So first, you can go to buildwriting.com and subscribe to the newsletter over here. You can subscribe to the newsletter. That way, you'll be able to what's happening. Not the network or the website. But if you go to, I'll put a link directly to a newsletter, and you'll be able to subscribe and see and get updates, magazines that are publishing, like this one, 11 African, Rising African Literature, Shaping Culture Now, right? And then the other magazine you can look at is auto publish, right? You see now they ask you, we send you publishers submissions, right? So when you sign up, you'll be able to get a free copy of their book, and you also get an email when there's a magazine that is open and looking for submission. And so I've talked about buildwriting.com. I've also talked about Authors Publish. So another blog you can check out is what's the name? Yeah, Clifford. Yeah. So what he does is based on he does this every year. He does 2026 Pushcart Prize Literary Magazine rankings. So where he gets his data from is every year there is what we call the best of the small presses for fiction, non-fiction, poetry. So what he does is he tries to analyze where are these poems and fiction, what are the top magazines they are coming from, right? So he does it every year, and there's it's 2016, there's 2021, 2023, and I think he hasn't done the one for 2024 yet. It will be until the book is released, then he will analyze where the top poems were taken from, right? So you can see a list of I think 100, right? Of the 100, okay, it's over 100, right? I thought it was 100. So I'm seeing, oh wow. So these are like the top 230 or 240 literary magazines you should consider. I don't know, maybe Granta should be here. Maybe this list should have been arranged. Okay, this is the ranking number one, number two. So there's American Poetry, there's Kenyan Review, of course, there's Three Penny Review. I'm just trying to see if there's Granta. Let me see, Control F, Granta. Aha, Granta is here. Granta is, what number is Granta? See that these guys are sharing 138. I don't know, because there is no number here. I'm quite confused how the ranking works. Yeah, it's really, really nice. So you can see the top magazines that if you really want to like be among the prestigious, you can just go around and publish in these magazines and apply to them. So this one is for poetry. You can also look at the what they call them. You can also look at the fiction. He has one for fiction. He has one for poetry, right? So Clifford Garstang, right? So these are the magazines you can look at, and this is the list. If there's any dietary or blog I didn't make mention of, you feel that should be in this list, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll gladly do that. And if you like to follow my writing journey and get updates on things I'm working on and resources for writers, poets and short fiction writers, and you also like to get updates of magazines that are accepting and all that, please do subscribe to my newsletter. I'll put the link in the description. And until next time, keep